Today, we expose the truth about the hair serum sitting on your bathroom shelf right now. The one you apply every single morning thinking you are treating your hair. The one with the word repair on the bottle. The one a stylist recommended, or an influencer showed you, or a dermatologist-approved badge made you trust. Because here is what nobody is telling you. The hair serum category in 2026 is the most silicone-loaded, chemically deceptive space in the entire beauty market. One best-selling serum, sitting in millions of bathrooms across America right now, lists 2 synthetic silicones before its hero ingredient. You are buying an argan oil treatment that is more silicone than oil. Another brand charges $45 for a product independent cosmetic chemists describe as a glorified coating agent that makes your hair dependent on the product causing the damage. A third uses a formaldehyde-releasing preservative in a leave-on formula, meaning it sits against your scalp all day, releasing its chemicals slowly, absorbing through the most permeable skin on your body. And the FDA has not updated its cosmetic safety framework since 1938. No pre-market safety testing required, no independent verification of the bond repair, keratin reconstruction, clinical strength language printed on these bottles. The brands write the claims. The marketing team approves them. You trust them. Somewhere between the amber bottle and the word treatment, the hair serum industry convinced you that coating your hair is the same as repairing it. It is not. The silicone creates the smoothness creates the trust creates the dependency, and the dependency creates next month's repurchase. We have spent weeks analyzing every major hair serum sold in the United States. Ingredient lists, independent cosmetic chemistry assessments, FTC correspondence, environmental restriction data, and consumer complaint records on FDA adverse event databases. What we found is a category that has mastered the language of science without submitting to any of its standards. So here's what is happening. We are counting down 5 hair serums you need to stop using right now, not because they do nothing, but because what they are doing is not what they are claiming. Then we will show you 3 alternatives that actually work without the toxic formula nobody is warning you about. But first, if you have ever bought a hair serum based on a clinical claim or a stylist recommendation, subscribe right now. The hair care industry spends more per unit on marketing than almost any other personal care category. The only counter to that is enough people knowing what those claims actually mean. Subscribe, share this with anyone who uses serum, and let's expose what is inside these bottles. Number 5. Tresemme Keratin Smooth Serum. Tresemme built its salon professional image on black and white packaging and the word keratin. Unilever owns Tresemme, the same company behind the 2021 and 2022 class action lawsuits alleging their Keratin Smooth shampoo caused severe hair loss in thousands of users, thousands of complaints, multiple lawsuits, settlements with no admission of wrongdoing. Now meet the serum version of the same brand, a leave-on product, meaning whatever is in the formula sits against your scalp for 8, 10, 12 hours rather than rinsing away. The formula contains cyclopentasiloxane, a silicone the European Chemicals Agency restricted in rinse-off cosmetics in 2020 due to environmental persistence. It does not break down in water systems. It accumulates in aquatic environments, in fish tissue, in sediment. The EU restriction covered rinse-off products. Leave-on serums were not included in the same restriction, so brands moved it out of shampoos and kept it in serums. The environmental concern did not change. The regulatory category did. The keratin in the name is the specific deception here. Keratin is the structural protein your hair is built from. Topical keratin in a leave-on serum cannot penetrate the hair shaft. The molecular weight is too large. It sits on the surface and coats. That is not reconstruction. That is the appearance of reconstruction sold at reconstruction prices. Unilever's litigation history creates a specific burden of proof around any claim this brand makes about hair health. That proof has not been provided. Number 4. OGX Renewing Argan Oil of Morocco Serum. OGX generated thousands of hair loss complaints between 2021 and 2023. Class action lawsuits followed. FDA adverse event reports accumulated. The complaints specifically identified formaldehyde-releasing preservatives in their rinse-off products. Helen of Troy, the current owner, reformulated certain shampoo lines quietly. No announcement, no recall, no direct communication to consumers who experienced hair loss. The serum line carries those brand liabilities into leave-on territory. OGX Renewing Argan Oil Serum contains cyclopentasiloxane, dimethicone, and cyclomethicone, 3 silicones. The argan oil, the entire brand story, the Morocco sourcing narrative, the reason you pick this off the shelf, appears behind all three. You are buying a triple silicone serum with argan oil added below the concentration of the synthetic coating agents preceding it. The accumulation problem is what defines this product long-term. Triple silicone leave-on serums build up on the hair shaft progressively with daily use. After weeks, the buildup creates heaviness, reduced volume, and dullness. Users blame their hair type. They apply more serum to compensate. The serum created the problem. The serum manages the problem. Helen of Troy profits from both stages of that cycle and has communicated nothing about it publicly. Number 3. Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine Serum. Garnier. Fructis sells fruit science mythology, active fruit concentrates, natural origin language, botanical imagery, implying the formula is closer to nature than to a laboratory. L'Oréal owns Garnier. The US formula and the European formula are not the same product. The first ingredient in Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine Serum is cyclopentasiloxane, not an oil, not an extract. The first ingredient, meaning the highest concentration component, is the silicone, the ECHA, restricted in European rinse-off products for environmental persistence. In a leave-on serum used by millions of Americans daily, the cumulative environmental load of that single ingredient is not trivial. The formula also contains aminopropyl trithoxysilane, a silane coupling agent that bonds silicone films more durably to the hair surface. Longer-lasting smoothness is the feature. Difficulty removing that bonded silicone without a sulfate-heavy clarifying wash is the dependency. The serum bonds more aggressively. Removal requires a harsher wash. The harsh wash damages hair. The damaged hair needs the serum. L'Oréal reformulates Garnier for Europe. The fruit marketing is identical in both markets. The formula applied to American hair is not. Number 2. Pantene Pro-V Repair and Protect Serum. Pantene's shampoo created product-dependent hair through silicone coating. The serum takes that dependency mechanism and removes the one interruption that limited it, the rinse. In a shampoo, silicone is partially removed with each wash. In a leave-on serum, silicone accumulates without interruption. Pantene Pro-V Repair and Protect Serum contains dimethicone, cyclopentasiloxane, and amidimethicone, 3 silicone types. Amidimethicone specifically targets damaged areas of the hair shaft, bonding to the most porous sections and concentrating its coating effect precisely where the hair is most vulnerable. This creates a targeted smoothing effect that looks like repair. It is not repair. It is a silicone patch filling a structural gap, while the underlying damage remains untouched. The Repair and Protect name is the specific claim the FTC's 2024 updated guidance flagged as among the most problematic in the haircare category. Clinical language implying structural intervention that the formula cannot deliver. Procter & Gamble responded to the guidance by adjusting marketing footnotes. The formula did not change. The claim language did not fundamentally change. The triple silicone leave-on system remains on shelves with repair language on the bottle and no independent evidence of repair behind it. Number 1. Moroccan Treatment Original. Moroccan oil created the modern hair serum category. When it launched in 2008, the argan oil positioning was genuinely novel. The amber bottle, the distinctive scent, the transformation it delivered on hair, encountering a quality silicone treatment for the first time. The product defined a category and built a $46 price point into consumer expectations for what a hair serum should cost. Here is what the $46 is actually buying. Moroccan oil treatment. Original contains cyclopentasiloxane as its primary ingredient and dimethicone as its secondary ingredient. Argan oil is third. You are paying $46 for a product named after its third ingredient. The argan oil sourcing story, Morocco, cold-pressed, nutrient-rich, centuries of use, is the marketing narrative for a formula where 2 synthetic silicones appear before the ingredient the entire brand identity is built around. In 2013, a class action lawsuit alleged that the oil branding was misleading because the primary ingredients were silicones. Moroccan oil settled, modified certain marketing language. The formula did not change. The argan oil story did not fundamentally change. The settlement was commercially irrelevant at Moroccan oil's sales volume, and the product continued selling without interruption. Now, the fragrance. Moroccan oil treatment has one of the most recognizable scent profiles in beauty. deliberately distinctive, designed to project, engineered to function as a mobile advertisement when worn in public. What that fragrance contains is not disclosed, listed as fragrance, the legal container hiding an undisclosed compound mixture in a leave-on product applied near the scalp and worn for hours. Independent fragrance allergen testing has flagged Moroccan oil treatment for multiple undisclosed allergens at concentrations requiring individual disclosure under EU regulations. US law requires none of it. The professional recommendation problem compounds everything. Moroccan oil treatment is the most stylist-recommended serum in America. Stylists receive it through professional supply channels at discounted rates, use it on clients because the immediate silicone transformation genuinely creates dramatic results in the chair, and retail it through salon channels where margin is significant. The recommendation is real. The financial structure behind the recommendation is not disclosed while you are sitting in the chair. The transformation Moroccan oil delivers on day one is genuine. Cyclopentasiloxane and dimethicone over argan oil create immediate, dramatic smoothness. The product does what it promises in the moment. What it does not deliver is the argan oil treatment, the name and price promise. What it does not disclose is the silicone accumulation, the undisclosed fragrance allergens, and the widening gap between the transformation on day one and the dependency by month 3. At $46 for what independent cosmetic chemistry describes as a premium-positioned silicone delivery system with marketing quantity argan oil, Moroccan Oil Treatment Original is the most expensive, most celebrated, and most precisely deceptive product in the hair serum category. 3 alternatives that actually work. First, leave-in Rose 100% pure argan oil. 1 ingredient, cold-pressed argan oil. No silicones, no fragrance, no accumulation. The argan oil Moroccan oil uses as a story is the entire product here, around $15 for 30 milliliters. It does not deliver the immediate silicone transformation. It delivers actual hair health over weeks. Those are different things. Both are worth knowing. Second, Briogeo Farewell Frizz Rosarco Milk Leave-In Spray. No silicones, no undisclosed fragrance. Rosehip, argan, and coconut oils at functional concentrations. Glycerin drawing moisture into the hair shaft rather than coating the surface to simulate moisture. Around $26 at Sephora. Frizz control through hydration rather than coating. The absence of dramatic immediate transformation means the formula is working on your hair rather than on top of it. Third, the Inky List Hyaluronic Acid Hair Treatment. Single active ingredient disclosed at functional concentration. No silicones, no fragrance, no buildup. Around $15 at Sephora. The Inky List's transparency commitment has remained intact through its growth. Rare in this category and worth supporting. Your hair serum sits against your scalp all day. The silicones accumulate. The fragrance absorbs. The bond repair language generates trust the formula has not earned. The transformation on day one is real. The dependency by month 3 is also real. The industry built the second outcome into the formula while selling you the first outcome on the packaging. Check the first 2 ingredients on your current serum. If they are cyclopentasiloxane and dimethicone, now you know what you are applying, and now you know what to apply instead. Subscribe. Tell us which serum you are throwing out today. Tell us what we investigate next. Read the label. Start at the top. Start there.